Welcome to the 2019 F1 Russian Grand Prix race day review. What can I say? It was only yesterday that I was praising Ferrari. I was saying to myself, you know what? Where they was at the beginning of the season, where they was all over the place, there was pitting. The strategy was all wrong. The pit strategy team should have been working at Tesco, pushing the trolleys. I've gone over this so many times in my videos. They've been awful at the beginning of the season. But soon as Spa came, they turned the corner. I thought they turned the corner. Brilliant at Spa. Brilliant at Monza. Brilliant at Singapore. But that all changed today. I don't blame Vettel. No. I do not blame Sebastian Vettel. All Sebastian Vettel was doing is his job. When you get in an F1 car, your job is to win the race. Not to come second, not to come third. It's to win the race. They were saying I had some understanding between the two drivers, that whoever gets a toll, whoever gets a toll at the beginning, if someone goes in front, they're going to help them out and swap back. This goes back to the time when Sebastian Vettel was with Red Bull, when he was teammate with Mark Webber. Vettel says, if I pass you, whatever happens, I'll give the spot back to Mark Webber. And he never. Understandable. I never faulted Vettel for that at all. When he was with Red Bull and he said, you know what, I'm not going to give the spot back to Mark Webber. I'm in front. I'm going to stay in front. I'm going to win this championship. Everybody was saying Vettel was out of order. Not me. I thought, you know what, if that was me, and I was in the car, and I was in front of my teammates, I'm not going to give the spot back. That spot, if you want to beat me, you pass me, but I ain't going to move over. Just up with when Hamilton was with Rosberg in the Mercedes days, the early years of the hybrid era, and Hamilton started off in the pit lane, crashed, come back, put the new fresh tyres on, new wing, lost position. It was in Germany. And he came back and his teammate says, you know what? The radio said, you got to move over for Rosberg. Nah. I ain't moving over. If he wants to pass me, he has to pass me. But I'm not going to make it easy for him. Same thing today. Vettel got a brilliant start at the beginning. Absolutely amazing. To me, yesterday, he was the favourite for first place in the first straight. Coming from third, like I said on my video yesterday, to me, he had the advantage. Because when you're third and you see 1 and 2, you got your pick which one you want to get the toe off. This is why I thought Vettel was in one of the best places. Everybody knows that Sebastian Vettel is one of the best starters in F1. He's up there with Hamilton. Equally as good as Hamilton. He had a brilliant start. Then Charles starts coming on the radio, showing his immaturity, showing how young he is. Come on! You've had 4 poles in a row. 4 poles. You've won 3 races. Chill out. Vettel has not won a race in 1 year. He won Singapore. First race win in over a year. What do you expect Vettel to do? Move over and say, yeah, go and pass me. Vettel earned that spot at the beginning. He had a brilliant start. He passed Hamilton. He got the toe off his teammate and passed him in the first straight. And what do you expect him to do? Move over? No. If you want to pass him, Charles, you get in line. You try and pass him yourself, but he ain't going to move over. This is F1. You're here to win the race. If you want to pass Vettel, try. But you couldn't, could you? You just couldn't. You started moaning on the radio. Oh no, this is not fair. This is not fair. I respect it, but we'll talk later. That's all you heard. You had the engineer coming on the radio. Charles coming on the radio. Vettel was just doing his race. Doing his thing. 4-time world champion. He knows how the business goes. At the end of the day, in my opinion, Vettel done the right thing. Vettel should have run his race today. They should have won it. Issues caused him for not winning it. The issues with the car. Out of his control. What could he do? But I think if he wouldn't have got them issues with the car, I reckon he probably would have won it. Maybe Hamilton could have caught him at the end. I don't know. But he definitely would have between Vettel and Hamilton. That's it in my opinion. Charles needs to just get in line and wait his turn. 3 wins this year. Who would ever thought? First year in Formula 1 as a Ferrari driver. It's his second year in Formula 1, but his first year with Ferrari. He comes in, teammates with a 4-time world champion. He wins 3 races on the trot, 4 poles on the trot, and he's still moaning. Still moaning. Unbelievable. Now, I'm going to start the race. I've got a few notes here, and I'm going to start it. As I said at the beginning, lights out of the way we go. Vettel started off from 3rd, Hamilton 2 was 2nd, and 1st was Charles Leclerc. Lights out of the way we go. Boom, straight away. Vettel got a tremendous start. Hamilton got a bad start as well. He did. It was probably the worst start I saw him this year, apart from Australia. But Vettel had a brilliant start. Credit where credit's due. As you can see, I'm a Mercedes fan. I'm a Formula 1 fan. Never mind a Mercedes fan, but Mercedes is my team. But at the end of the day, I'm a Formula 1 fan. And like I said all along in all my videos, I'll never change. I'm never ever going to be biased against any team. If Hamilton does something wrong, I'll tell you. If Bottas done something wrong, I'll tell you. Vice versa with every other team. This is true, my opinion. And lights out of the way we go. Vettel got the best start. As soon as he got to the first corner, Vettel went out, boom, straight in front. I was thinking, whoa. Mercedes are not going to catch him. Vettel was gone. And within the first lap, Charles comes on the radio and starts moaning. What's going on? I hope he sticks to the plan and changes over. Vettel comes on the radio and says, "Yeah, next one. Yeah, next one. Next one. Yeah, Charles, next one. Next lap he's going to stop and let you pass him and let Mercedes catch up." Really, like I said, it goes back to the Red Bull days when Vettel was with Red Bull. And I thought to myself, Vettel ain't going to stop. Vettel's not going to slow down for him. Vettel's going to win this race. Well, he wants to win the race. Now, safety car come. Who crashes? Roman Grosjean. Of course it's Roman Grosjean. It is a safety car. It is a safety car in the race at the beginning. 99.9% it's going to be Roman Grosjean. Yes, Roman Grosjean clashes with Ricciardo, clashes with Kubica. Boom, here comes the safety car. Safety car comes out. There you go. Grosjean, gone. Out of the race. Good to Steiner. You done a good one there. Signing Roman Grosjean for another season. Good business. Now, lap 6 and 7. This is where I thought it was getting interesting. Especially with Ferrari. Between lap 6 and 7, the engineers come out on the radio and says to Vettel, "You got to move over for Charles." I said, okay. I'm not sure if Vettel's going to do that, but they kept saying on the radio, kept repeating itself, "Move over for Charles." So what did Vettel do to respond? Put in a fast lap. There you go. That's how I'm going to do. I'm going to move over, but I'm going to put in a fastest lap. The lap after, lap 10, what happens? Vettel puts in another fast lap. So I think, there you go. I don't think he's going to move over for Charles. This is what I like about Vettel. He's a true racer. He's not got... Because I know if Hamilton was in that position and he was in front and lap 10 comes and he says, you've got to move over for Bottas, I don't think Hamilton's going to do it. He'll say, if he wants to pass me, let him try. But I'm not going to make it easy for him. And that's basically what Vettel was doing. He was just putting in a message and saying, nah, no way. I'm not moving over. I'm going to go and put in another fast lap. Which he did. Nothing wrong with that. Lap 10. Charles Leclerc started moaning on the radio like a little baby. Starts moaning and whining and complaining. Starts saying, I thought Vettel was going to move over. Engineer, no response. As usual, clueless strategy from Ferrari. So Charles comes on the radio, starts saying, you know what? I respect your decision, but I don't agree with it. Okay. I respect your decision, but you don't agree with it. I understand. Whatever. He's basically saying he's not happy. That's exactly what he said. He said, I'm not happy. I respect this decision, but I'm not happy. Okay. So, lap 17, people started to pit. He had medium tyres for Hülkenberg, 7.2 seconds in the pit. The guys jacked up the car to try and put the tyres on. There was a malfunction with the you know, whatever it is, what pumps up the car, the jack, and that cost Nico Hülkenberg 7.2 seconds in the pit. Really, it should have been a 2.8, so a 3.0 pit stop strategy, and it cost him 3.5 seconds. So he come out at 7.2 seconds, put the medium tyres on. They dropped the jack, boom, straight onto the car. It manually functioned. Norris, lap 21, pit 2.2 seconds, medium tyres. Great pit from McLaren. Sainz comes in, 3.6 medium tyres. Lost a bit of time to his teammate, but he was still ahead. That was lap 22. Now, Charles, if we're getting interested now, they pitted Charles first. I think they were going to try and go for the undercut. They pit Charles first, lap 23, put the medium tyres on. So Charles had his brand new medium, spanking brand new tyres. I think by then, they was going to go for the one pit strategy. They was going to put the medium tyres on Charles, and that would have been it. They probably thought, no safety car, medium tyres, it'll get him to the end, but we don't know what's going to happen. Lap 24, Vettel said on the radio, you need to pit me. Because soon as Charles went on into the pits on the medium tyres, Hamilton started pumping the quali laps in. He started gaining and gaining on Vettel. He got to the point where he was 2.5 seconds behind Vettel. Vettel was coming on the radio. He saw on his screen, he said, listen, you've got to pit me. Lap 24, you have to pit me. Lewis Hamilton is doing qualifying laps. He's turned up the engine. He's turned up the party mode. He's turned up the disco mode. You need to pit me. So, Ricciardo, after that Roman Grosjean incident at the beginning, Ricciardo finally retired from the race. He went on, I'm surprised he didn't retire at the beginning. The way Roman Grosjean went into his car. This guy should be driving. Yeah, he needs to go back and get his driving licence, never mind a super licence for the F1. Roman Grosjean. I was giving him a little credit last week because I thought, you know what, good to Steiner. He might have made the right decision, giving him another year contract. He didn't want Nico Hülkenberg. Nico Hülkenberg wanted to go there, but he wanted more money. Good to Steiner weren't having it, and he said, no, I'm going to sign Roman Grosjean for another year. The paddock was surprised. Everybody was surprised. Twitter, YouTube, everybody was surprised that Gunther Steiner signed Roman Grosjean again. Yep, good strategy. Good strategy, Gunther Steiner. Very good. So after lap 24, Ricciardo couldn't go on no more. Yeah, he retired from the race, and that was him. Done. Vettel pitted lap 26. 3.9 seconds into the pits. Medium tyres. Nice pit by Vettel. Vettel come just behind Charles then. Lap 28, Vettel said, this is just as he come. Two laps after the pits. Lap 28, Vettel said on the radio, my MG UK is gone. Soon as I heard that, I thought Vettel's gone. This is the only thing with these hybrid engines. Oh, they got the petrol, they got all the electrics, and they can fail at any time. And I heard that he said on the radio that bring back the V12. Bring back the V12, and I totally agree. Bring back the V12. I want to hear that sound in the engine again, where you just used to hear it. Not the cars now sound like hair dryers. Bring back the V12. Totally agree with Sebastian Vettel there. Energy gone. Virtual safety car come out. End of the race of Vettel. He was done. So Hamilton, Bottas pits. And the virtual safety car. Safety car comes out. And Hamilton, Bottas started to pit. Max pits. This is when the race was turning in Mercedes' favour. It was over. By then, when Mercedes went into the pits, they got that nice pit. Hamilton went out in front. Charles stayed second. Bottas was third. I thought this is going to be Hamilton's race. This is what it was looking like. Under the virtual safety car, by the way, Russell breaks down. Kubica retired, and then you got the full safety car. They all started darting into the pits. Hamilton got his fresh soft tyres. And you know he's saving his tyres after that because the safety car was out. The safety car must have been out for about 4 laps. Everything was going all smoothly. And then Charles, where to me, he made a mistake. He darts into the pits under the safety car and loses track position to Bottas. He must have thought, yeah, I'll get my brand new tyres on, which I thought, why? Because your tyres were only 4 laps old. Why go into the pits and lose track position to Bottas? Bottas is an expert round here. Bottas is probably the best driver at the Russian Grand Prix at Sochi. He is a tactician round here. Hamilton couldn't even pass Bottas last year. They had to tell Bottas to move over for Hamilton to pass him because he was wanted to win the championship. Bottas, to be fair, he was at the championship. He was there to help his team out last year, but Hamilton couldn't even pass him. So I don't know what Charles was thinking. My tyres are only 4 laps old. That's what I'll do. I'll go into the pits again, lose track position to Bottas, put some nice soft tyres on and try and catch Bottas. I thought, nah, not gonna happen. That's where they made the mistake. He could have probably. I don't think he would have caught Lewis, but he would have got the second place. So Albon, soft tyres, 2.6 safety car. Under the safety car, like I said, Charles pits, put the soft tyres on. Lap 33, virtual safety car ends. Lap 43, Albon passes Magnussen. Brilliant pass. Now Magnussen's kicking up some fuss about that he shouldn't have got. He got a 5-second time penalty because I told him to move over or something, and when he rejoined the track, he got a 5-second time penalty. And at the end of the race, he was complaining about it. For me, Magnussen got screwed. That's just in my opinion. So. Turn 4, Albon passes Sainz, and what's his name? Charles Leclerc. He was trying his best. He was turning up the party mode on his car, trying to get to Bottas. Bottas was leaving just enough time, just enough gap to see him off, just enough. Like I said, Bottas is a tactician round here. So in the end, we got Mercedes 1 and 2, order restored. Toto's happy. He can go and celebrate now. Get his champagne, Dom Perignon. Go and celebrate with his Scottish wife. And that's it. 1 and 2, Mercedes. Now, I thought maybe there was a little chance before this race that maybe, just maybe, Ferrari could catch Mercedes. Maybe in the constructors. But after today, 1 and 2 Mercedes. There's 220 points left on the table. And Mercedes are 165 points ahead of Ferrari in the constructors. It's never going to happen. It is game over, folks. You got a world champion, Lewis Hamilton, 2019 F1 world champion. And you got Mercedes 2019 Constructors Championship. And that's it. It's done, folks. Whoever thinks that Ferrari is going to catch up now, they're living in cloud cuckoo land. It's never going to happen. Race is done. Mercedes have won again, dominated Russia, and now Hamilton's broke some record with Michael Schumacher. Another record Hamilton's broken Schumacher's, that is the most race that he had with the most points, or I don't know. He broke some record. But again, that's what Hamilton does. Every track he goes to, he's breaking record. He's 9 races away from breaking Michael Schumacher's race win record. And it's a matter of time before he breaks that record. And this year he's going to be a 6-time world champion, 2 more championships, and he'll be the all-time world championship record holder. And it will happen. Long as he's driving with Mercedes and they keep providing with the car, Lewis Hamilton could go on till he's 40. Let's face it, folks. 40 years of age, easy. So, that's the end of the race. Charles Leclerc spitting his dummy off. Can't handle it, per usual. So, let's have a look at this. So, yeah. What can I say? Mercedes ahead. And that's it. Let's have a look at the driving standing. Lewis Hamilton 1. Valtteri Bottas 2. Charles Leclerc 3. 4th Max Verstappen. 5th Alex Albon. 6th Carlos Sainz. 7th Sergio Perez. 8th Lando Norris. 9th Kevin Magnussen. 10th Nico Hülkenberg. And 11th Lance Stroll. 12th Daniel Kvyat. 13th Kimi Räikkönen. 14th Pierre Gasly. 15th Antonio Giovinazzi. Didn't finish. Robert Kubica, George Russell and Sebastian Vettel. Hold on. Sorry guys, the mouse ran out of juice. Don't worry about it. So yeah, that's how it finished. Now let's have a look at the constructors. We got Mercedes on top with 571, Ferrari 2, 409, Red Bull third, 311, McLaren 101. First time McLaren in triple digits in about 6 to 7 years in the constructors. So you can see that McLaren is gaining on Red Bull. And now they're going to have to just announce that McLaren's going to have the Mercedes engine in 2021. It's looking good for Mercedes. And they're going to keep the driving lineup with Max Verstappen and... No, not Max Verstappen. Lando Norris and Carlos Sainz. So that's good news for McLaren. 5th place Renault with 68 points. 6th place Toro Rosso with 55. Racing Point 52 in 7th place. 8th place Alfa Romeo in 35. 9th place Haas with 28 and Williams 1 point. So that's looking good for McLaren. Hopefully them days can come back, the glory days, because they are a big team. Let's get some interviews now. Let's start with Charles Leclerc. Frustration at a delay to pole position swap. To position swap, but no discussions needed. Yeah, whatever, mate. Suck it up, Charles.
From Kate Gloss to Leonardo.
Advert, give me 1 second.
Not the result that you or the team, I would imagine, wanted today. I want to talk to you about reversing positions, switching. Was it talked about before the race? Was it agreed before the race? Because Sebastian didn't seem sure one way or the other.
Okay, I'm surprised. Yes, it was completely agreed. But I will speak to the team. I think everything has been respected. The swap has been done by the pit stop at the end. So, as we had agreed before the race.
Was it frustrating to be in the car, to be told that Seb was going to move out of the way and then didn't?
Um, a little bit, but at the end I had, as I said on the radio, I told them that I was 100% sure that they will respect what they had told me before. So I hope that at one point in the race this will happen, and it did.
The end of the race, obviously, those Mercedes weren't as quick as you guys for the remainder of the weekend. How hard was it to follow, to get close enough to make the move? We saw you get almost there, and then just the smallest of mistakes took you away again.
Yes, they were quick too, especially in the race pace. I don't know how, but they are very quick in the race pace. I mean, in quali pace we seem to be very strong at the moment, but in race pace they seem still to be a bit quicker, so we need to understand why. I think it was quite difficult for Lewis to follow behind the cars at the start, but then once he had free air, he was very quick, and I think his fastest lap time shows it.
After Singapore, we asked you if there needed to be a discussion. There was. We are here. Do we need another discussion again? How do you and Seb and the team resolve this moving forward for the benefit of the team?
I don't think there is any discussion to have today. At the end, everything that has been told was respected, as I said. Happy.
Simply business.
Got Sebastian Vettel saying he's not really happy, but he's smiling.
I think he did it on purpose, not having the pole. He can give you a toe.
Yeah, I think if you're third here, it's probably not the worst place to be compared to maybe third in Monaco. Obviously not entirely happy with today. I wasn't really on top of, everything, especially closing the lap was getting a bit weaker. So struggled with that final sector. For tomorrow, I'm quite confident we have decent race pace. Obviously, we're on a different strategy compared to Mercedes.
So they're on the yellows, you're on the softs.
Yeah, we will see who was right. What do you think?
I think you made a...
Oh, sorry, that was yesterday. Quali. Hold on. We've got Hamilton saying, I can't tell you how rewarding it feels. This will be the last one. And I'm going to be off, go to work. More adverts. This will be the last video, folks, and I'll be off to work. Adverts. Give me a couple of seconds.
A Grand Prix victory that looked nowhere near certain yesterday.
No, definitely not. Obviously, qualifying was good, but geez, they took off like a rocket on that start. And I nearly got lost, obviously, taken by the McLaren. Well, I did get taken by the McLaren, but got back ahead of him into turn 2. So then I was thinking, okay, so plan B, just try and keep up with them and see what options open up. But the tyres weren't really dropping off. They're really reliable and consistent. And then my pace started to improve as they started to go down. Once Leclerc started coming in, I started pulling Seb in, and I was like, yes, okay, we got a good race going. Really unlucky for Seb because he obviously drove so well from the get-go with his great start, and then I think Leclerc let him pass at the start, but they had a tactic that I think they were working on. But nonetheless, he was super quick and pulling away. So. But what a result for the team. To get a 1-2 was definitely not expecting that today. And it just goes to show you, just never give up, just keep pushing.
And after the strategic debrief, I know you guys said you needed, after Singapore, a perfect way to bounce back with the perfect strategy, taking full advantage of that virtual safety car.
Yeah, definitely. I think the strategists were definitely really fully on it today. I think we all were. And even Valtteri, to keep the Ferrari behind, did a fantastic job to secure the 1-2, which is so important for us. So particularly after 3 really tough races, this is I can't tell you how rewarding this feels.
So that's it from Lewis Hamilton, and that's it from me. This is Solo P1 signing out. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Follow me on my channels on the side. Don't forget to hit the alert button so any videos that I do, you'll be the first to get. I will be streaming this week. I haven't streamed for a while. Now I've started streaming. I got my monitors back, so everything's all honky dory. This is Solo P1 signing out of the 2019 F1 Russian Grand Prix race day review. See you in 2 weeks in Suzuka, one of my favourite tracks. See you later, guys. Bye.